Hi everyone, I'm Alex. I'm just going to give you an overview of the auctions, how to submit bids and where to find information. Hopefully this presentation will answer many of your questions, but as Robin mentioned, we will be holding a short question and answer session at the end of this presentation, so please do feel free to submit your questions through the webinar while I'm speaking. Just moving on to the first slide. So as you can see from the slide, our auctions will be held in mid-November. As soon as we know the date, we will announce that date, so that will be available through an email notification, and we'll also add that to our website as well within the auctions section. There will be two auctions. The first will be for a 2-year product, so that's from April 2021 to April 2023. And the second will be for a 1-year product, so that's from April 2021 to April 2022. Both of those auctions will be on the same day, with one in the morning and one in the afternoon. So the first one, the auction window for that will be from 11 AM to 12 midday UK time, and that is for the 2-year product. Within that, 870 gigawatt hours of storage space will be available, so that's 29 bundles. The second auction in the afternoon, the window for that will be from 1 PM till 2 PM UK time. That will be for a 1-year product. We will have at least 1.3 terawatt hours of storage space available within that auction, and potentially up to 2.2 terawatt hours depending on how successful the first auction is. So somewhere between 43 and 72 bundles will be available in that second auction. Both auctions will be pay as bid. As you may have come across in previous auctions, companies can submit up to 3 bids for each auction. Each bid that you submit must be on a different submission form. And each bid that you submit will be treated as a completely separate bid, so it won't be dependent on other bids that you've made. All bids need to be submitted by an authorised representative of the company, which you need to notify us of in advance. There is a reserve price on the auctions. We use that for internal purposes in our decision making, but we don't release that for external parties. I just move on to the next slide. So this is an example of a bid submission form. So this is actually the one for the 2-year contract. As you can see, it's fairly straightforward to fill in. All you need to do is enter the company details, enter the contact details for whoever's submitting the bids. Please enter the maximum number of bundles that you're looking to bid for, and also potentially the minimum number of bundles you would accept at the price that you're bidding at. And then obviously enter a price per bundle for that bid as well. For the 2-year contract, what we're looking for is just the one price, so that will cover both years. So the same price for each of those 2 years. And once you've completed all that part of the form, all you need to do is just sign the form and email it across to us. Let's move on to the next slide. So within the auction window itself, you would need to send the bids to our auction email address, so that's auction@stronergy.co.uk. Upon receipt of the bids, we will send a confirmation, but unfortunately we won't be able to give any further feedback during the auction window. No bids will be accepted outside of the relevant auction window, and upon submitting a bid, you are actually confirming your acceptance of the contractual term should you be successful. So please do go to our website and review the contractual documents prior to making any bids to make sure you're happy with those terms. Bidders will be notified whether or not they've been successful within 45 minutes of the auction window's closing. And please note that if you do have any queries, please try to submit them before the auction window starts, as we're probably going to be unable to answer queries during the auction window itself. Just move on to the next slide. So this is where you can find all the relevant information. So all the information will be available on our website, which is at www.stronergy.co.uk. And if you look on our home page, a short way down that page, you will also find a sub-menu called Products and Services. And the left-hand box of that is Storage Products. So if you go into that, you will find all the details around our products and contracts. So within that, there's various sub-menus. So Auctions 2020, which is where we'll post all of the relevant information for the auctions, including the contracts. But you may also be interested in some of the other menus as well. So Standard Products and Contracts, Services, Nemo, and Maintenance. Also on this slide, I've provided a link to our Nemo login page. Now, Nemo is the system that our customers use to place their nominations for our site. Only customers can actually log into Nemo, but if you go into the login page, you can see there's some information that's available for anyone to be able to see. So there's two menus at the top of that page. The first one is the bulletin board, which is where our customers are able to post adverts to be able to buy or sell gas in store or buy or sell capacity. And the second menu is for transparency. So within that, you'll have details of maintenance, urgent market messages, unavailability, and site movements. Just move on to the next slide. So the next steps. Following this webinar, we will make this available on our website shortly. We are expecting our contractual documents to be available on the website by the end of this week. So when they are set up on the website, they will be under the Auctions 2020 menu. And following the announcement of our auction date, we will also include the auction documents on our website. We invite parties to register their interest in the auctions to make sure that they receive the relevant notifications. And if you can do that by just sending an email to auction@stronergy.co.uk, we'd be very grateful. We will also be inviting interested parties to register their authorised representatives prior to the auction. So details around how to do that will be included in the auction documents. So I'd like to thank you very much for watching this presentation. Hope to have answered many of your questions, but as I say, we're due to be going onto a question and answer session in a moment, and I'll just welcome back my colleague Robin.